Kia ora ana ko o tātou katoa. Sadly, the last time I stood before you to deliver a COVID update, we had just recorded our first official death from this virus, a 63-year-old woman from the island of Aitutaki. While our thoughts are still with her Ano and those close to her, we should also be grateful and relieved that this remains our only official COVID death to date. With the worst of the pandemic all but over in Rarotonga and Aitutaki, past the peak of the infections there, the rest of the Paenua is now where our focus lies. So as of 8 a.m. this morning, Atiu had recorded a total of 100 positive cases, with 51 recovered and 49 still active. Tongarewa, Mauke and Mitiaro are the only other islands to have also recorded positive cases so far, although none are currently active, and the 3 recovered cases each on Tongarewa and Mauke, and 1 recovered on Mitiaro. So in total, the Cook Islands has now recorded 5,367 positive cases, with just 136 currently active, 5,230 recovered, and 1 death, and no one hospitalized. So while that 1 death still hurts, we are incredibly fortunate to be in the position that we are in today. Although it is not luck that has seen us reach this point, but diligence, hard work, and careful management. There have been several factors working in our favor with regard to the COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly, we went hard and we went early in closing down our borders and restricting inbound travel into the country from March in 2020. That was nearly 2.5 years ago. This early closing of our borders and the travel restrictions helped us shut out the COVID-19 virus completely for 2 years, until February of this year. An amazing achievement, really. Secondly, and possibly most importantly, at this point in time, our extremely high vaccination rate has given us a very high level of protection against COVID, with an incredible 98% of our eligible population aged 12 and over having had at least 2 vaccine doses as of this week, along with 85% of our 5 to 11-year-old population. Other factors in our success against COVID include our people's willingness to follow the mandated public health measures, and the fact that to some extent, we've been able to stagger our COVID response by first concentrating on Rarotonga, then Aitutaki, and now the rest of the Paenua. Our relatively small and concentrated populations on each of our islands has also made it far easier for our health ministry, Te Maraeora, to effectively test as well as to monitor and manage the ongoing spread of the virus. So in short, when it comes to managing the health impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Cook Islands is far and away one of the world's biggest success stories. Recently, however, there has been some speculation around our COVID statistics regarding deaths and hospitalizations, and local media have questioned the accuracy of these numbers. To make it absolutely clear, a person who is COVID positive but passes away due to another medical condition is not recorded as a COVID death. Only a person who is COVID positive and passes away due to respiratory failure is officially defined as a COVID death. Similarly, a person is only recorded as a COVID hospitalization if COVID is the primary cause of them being admitted to hospital. So while it is true that so far, to date, we have had 13 patients admitted to hospital who have tested positive for COVID-19, but all 13 of these people were initially admitted for other reasons, such as miscarriage or gallstones, but not due to COVID. Another rumor currently doing the rounds is that many people have now been reinfected and have caught COVID-19 virus a second time. So far, no one has registered as having been infected twice. TMO would definitely like to know if this has happened, but to date, we have no one who has been infected twice. Now, while this is possible, current medical thinking is that it is extremely unlikely for a person to suffer a second Omicron infection within 90 days of their initial infection. And here in the Cook Islands, we have not yet reached that 90-day mark as dated from our first case on February the 13th. We will reach that milestone later this week on May the 14th. And it is from that point in time onwards that Te Marae Ora will be able to more accurately determine the possibility of any reinfections. That said, if you do develop Omicron-like symptoms for a second time, please do stay home until those symptoms have cleared. We will know more about how we can deal with the possibility of COVID reinfection once we have moved further past that 90-day mark on May the 14th. It's now been more than a week since we removed the mask-wearing mandates for Rarotonga. Now, mask-wearing is only voluntary. Businesses and other places open to the public need to be aware that there is no legal mandate to force people to wear masks. As I said before, it is purely voluntary now. It was also good to see social distancing no longer required in our churches, with our church seats being filled with worshippers. I think our businesses who are still keeping people lined up outside can start to remove these restrictions. I think we can all be relieved that more restrictions will be removed as the virus passes through our country. Our people in the Paenua will hopefully take comfort in what is ahead for them by seeing how we managed COVID on Rarotonga and Aitutaki. It is also encouraging that travel to the Paenua has opened up, albeit with rat testing still for the islands other than Aitutaki. We are starting to come back to normal. With daily international flights increasing in the next few months to twice daily and 3 times daily, our country will be bouncing back. One just has to walk through the market on Saturday to see how alive it is. So stay healthy, everybody, and stay happy. May God continue to bless us all. Kia ora ana tātou katoa e kia manuia.